You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1570, brought to you today by RideTV. Today's tip features Horses in the Morning co-hosts Glenn and Jamie, along with their guest, Croix Darwin from Equistaff, with some pointers on getting your dream horse job or finding your dream horse industry employee.
You can enjoy your favorite equine videos all in one place with RideTV, the ultimate equine streaming platform. The newly relaunched RideTV has all the series you love, like Rockstar Vets and Mini Horses, plus top-tier training videos and event footage from barrelracing.com and Horse and Rider on Demand. Whether you're ready to relax with your favorite series, binge watch competition footage, or train with a world champion, subscribe to RideTV today for only $19.99 to see where your ride takes you. Visit ridetvgo.tv to subscribe.
All right, let's go to our first guest. We're going to talk to Croix Darwin. She's the recruiting and sales coordinator at Equistaff Incorporated, which I think is located here in Ocala.
We're going to teach you guys how to get a job in the horse world.
Well, Croix, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited about this.
Okay, before we get into the company, I got to ask you about your first name. We were talking about it. We know LaCroix, which is the only time I've ever seen Croix, and it's spelled the same, isn't it?
It is spelled the same as the drink. Actually, my parents were married on the island of St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And there is also a river Croix in Michigan. So Croix is actually rather prevalent in a lot of different places. It's very prevalent in Louisiana, too. And it's actually a French word that means cross.
So are there lots of Croix and first name Croix in Louisiana?
Not that I have found. I have found two other people named Croix. One I went to college with. And then the other one is currently an insurance. Yeah, one is an insurance salesman out of Louisiana, and those are the only ones I've ever met.
Well, that's cool. I love it. All right, let's talk about Equistaff, which I believe is located right near me here in Ocala.
Yes, we are right in Ocala. We are right down 40, actually across from the Millennium Bank near downtown. We have been around since 1982. We were started by Mary Thomas, who is a horse girl herself. She is into racing thoroughbreds. And she started because she found the need for, the boots on the ground, hands-on horse employees in the racing industry. And in 1982, she started with a little bit of temp staffing. And then in 2000, she created a job board that's Equistaff.com. And that website is actually currently under software development. But it is getting renovated into the 21st century, and it is a self-service job board where employers and job seekers can connect, communicate, post jobs, fill jobs, all the things. It's really a cool opportunity. It also has a huge advertiser segment, and we will be launching probably here in the next 30 days or so, and we're actually doing a $1 first month subscription for employers and advertisers. So that's a really cool asset to the business. And then the other side of us, which is Katie Snyder and myself, Croix Darwin, are the full-time recruiters for the actual headhunting and recruiting service. So we work with clients across the United States, everything from hands-on grooming, stall cleaning, all those types of positions, all the way up to C-suite positions.
And then you help get them filled? You're kind of like an employment recruiter would be in any other field.
Yes, we're very much like a standard recruiter. We work with both candidates and employers. So we are able to help the candidates find an opportunity that really fits them and fits their personality and their goals and their needs. And then we also help the employers find their ideal candidate all the way down to personality fit, lifestyle fit. Like we do it all because we, both Katie and I, have horse backgrounds ourselves. I'm from the hunter jumper industry and she's from the eventing industry. And we have a very hands-on feel for the industry, and it gives us that kind of niche touch to be able to help these people find their opportunities.
And so in our case, our listeners several of them have posted recently about wanting to get out of their run-of-the-mill job and into the horse world. But doesn't every horse girl, though, when you think about it, right?
Yes.
And grass is always greener too. I mean, we have to bring that up. But look at Jamie and I. We work in the horse world in a completely different way. We're not in the barn.
Right.
We've been doing this for 14 years. So, and I would like to say it pays as well as everything else in the horse world. Not the best. So, what tips?
It's so unique because there is a whole corporate entity to the equestrian market. And me, as the little horse girl that I once was, thought that when you get a job in the horse industry, you become a groom, a trainer, a farrier, or a vet. I thought that those were my options.
Right.
And since I've started with Equistaff, I have found all kinds of opportunities. There is a huge mecca for equine marketing and equine sales, the feed sales, the medical sales, retail sales. We're currently working with a client out of California who is looking for a candidate who can sell retail products to tax stores. There's tax store opportunities. You couldn't imagine the amount of opportunity. And, with the position does come an incredible salary. I mean, we're placing candidates well into the six figures. A couple times a year for some of our more upscale positions. And it really just depends. We really encourage candidates to kind of feel out what they're strong in and really stick to those skills and stick to those strengths and really work that market. And there's everything that is in the corporate world, you can find it in horses.
So would you have some tips for people who are just maybe they're an accountant in the other world or, whatever in the muggle world, and now they want to go to work in the horse world? What tips would you have for them? Obviously, go to Equistaff.
Right. Well, my first major tip is reach out to Katie and I. We can take a peek at your resume. We can talk to you, give you advice, kind of talk about those dreams. Recruiters in all industries are not your enemy. They are your friend. They are your advocate. So reach out to us, have those comfortable conversations, those friendly chats, and let us help you figure out those next steps. Because sometimes in the horse industry...
Before you go on, though, when I was headhunted in the old days, when I was in investments and stuff, the recruiters were actually paid by the companies that are looking for the employees. Is that still true?
It kind of depends on the actual industry. For us, we are actually not paid until our client fills their rec.
Okay.
So we are working with candidates and we also get like a standard life living salary. So we're working with candidates to make sure that we're actually making those matches, because if the match is not long-term, it doesn't benefit us either. So our goal is really to make long-term matches. And because we offer all of our clients a guarantee period. And with that, we know that we can find candidates that truly match the niche opportunity that we're trying to fill.
But it's the employer that pays you as opposed to the employee. That's what I was getting.
Correct. Okay. Job seekers are always free all the time.
Okay. So that's a great idea. I mean, if they can get help from somebody like you who knows what's out there, it's going to save them a ton of time.
Right. It saves them a ton of time. We can help you review resumes, offer tips. We don't do anything formal in the resume building industry, but we absolutely can offer tips, things that we notice, all that kind of stuff. My biggest tip outside of like maybe coming to me and asking for my help is to, when you're looking at job descriptions, make sure you're reading the job descriptions for the specifics. Read the whole thing all the way through and find what makes that job description different than the next one. And tailor your resume to work with it. Like all of us horse girls, we have, a horse side to us, and then we have a corporate side to us. But if you think about your accounting candidate, for instance, they might have excellent financial and budgeting, but if you just spit your generic accounting resume at a horse person, they're probably going to be like, why can this help me? Can they clean a stall? So make a resume that really tailors to those jobs and says, look, I have an excellent ability to help you with your budgeting, but I'm also not afraid to get in and clean a stall, because no horse person can be afraid to clean a stall.
Is it? I mean, resumes have changed so much since I actually needed one. And one of the problems I had when we were hiring is the resumes were always so damn long. I want one page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to know what you were doing in high school. unless they're 20 years old. If you're
But
40.
what if I peaked in high school, and that's what I really want to focus on?
I think it depends too. Like, I see resumes all the time where we have one equine and one professional resume. I personally am a one-page resume person, but I see plenty of resumes that are multiple pages long, but they start it with what highlights them. So in that objective section, in the first summary paragraph, they're hitting all of those peaks in high school up in that paragraph where you can really see those skills shine, so that you don't have to read back 40 years to be able to find the good stuff.
That's a good point, because I didn't. And, it used to be the cover letter was the most important thing, but are cover letters even still used?
I ask for cover letters. I love cover letters. I am very big on personality, and I think personality shows through when you write yourself a cover letter. But there's definitely plenty of employers that just look for resumes. What we do for our candidates is we write a bio about them, and we actually check references on all of our candidates as well. And we write up a full submittal on them. So we're actually kind of covering the cover letter part of it when we submit you to our clients. So it kind of depends on what you see there. I think cover letters are great because I think it shows personality.
That was always the hardest thing, too, about a resume. I could do my resume easy. The cover letter always sucked. It was like, I just don't know what to say in the cover letter.
Sarcasm and jokes don't really make it through on paper, and that's typically what you would have done.
Unfortunate. I am such a person that wants to write down the joke, and then I'm like, no one will get this. It's just a me thing.
We say it out loud, and nobody gets it. I mean, I love this. I love that there's something out there specifically for the horse world. And, I know that a lot of people probably don't know you're out there. And you do all the states all around the country?
Yep. We are nationwide. And then our job board is actually international. It is worldwide.
Great. And you can find it at equistaff.com?
Equistaff.com, and then our recruiting services are equistaffpro.com.
All right. Everybody, contact Croix, the girl with the unique name. You won't forget it, and then she'll help you out. I love this. Well, Croix, thanks for filling us in and letting us know what you guys do over there across town.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you guys' time, and I look forward to hearing from all of your listeners.
Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.